You are listening to the Novel Writing Podcast, episode 188. I'm your host, Colleen Mitchell. Grab a cup, cozy up, and let's get to writing. Today's episode is the second in a series of 3 about self-publishing options. Last week, we talked about print-on-demand options. This week, we're talking about options for ebook and digital delivery, and next week, we'll cover direct sales versus indirect sales. The platforms used for all these options are largely the same, but dissected differently depending on which lens you're looking through. So let's talk about platform options for ebooks and other digital files. I'm mostly going to focus on ebooks because audiobook listeners are their own breed, and I don't have audiobooks yet, so I don't feel like I can speak authoritatively on that subject. Just know that there are alternatives for delivering your ebooks besides Audible. One of the first things you will encounter when choosing platforms for digital delivery is whether you want to go wide with your ebooks or not. Going wide means not putting your ebook into Amazon's Kindle Unlimited program. KU is exclusive, so if you opt to put your ebook into KU, you are contractually forbidden from distributing your ebook anywhere else for the period of the contract, which is 90 days or 3 months at a time. If Amazon catches you distributing outside of KU during your contract, they can and will ban you from ever enrolling in KU again. Literally, a lifetime ban. Going wide lets you sell your ebook across all platforms except KU, which means excluding a group of readers who only read on Kindle Unlimited. That's a choice you have to make as an author, whether you want to do the work to find wide readers or hope that the readers in KU are enough to meet your goals. There are ways to use both KU and wide distribution together, but it takes planning and an understanding of how each of them work and the contract limitations KU imposes on you. It's wise to figure out what strategy works best for you instead of trying to do what other people are doing simply because it looks like it's going to make you the most money. There are authors who are killing it in KU, and there are authors who are killing it going wide. That being said, these are the main ebook distributing platforms: Amazon, including Kindle Unlimited, Spark, Draft2Digital, Lulu, Curios, and BookFunnel. So, starting again with Amazon. Amazon is the largest book retailer in the world, whether we like it or not. Most people who read ebooks are reading on Kindles or on the Kindle app on their phones, and KDP is not the worst system to navigate. And KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, which is the system you use to upload your print and or ebook files to distribute. It's free to upload those files, and you can update them as often as you want. You can run ebook pre-orders, but if you miss your pre-order date, you will be prevented from listing a pre-order for a full year. The thing to point out about Amazon Kindle is a recent change they made where readers are no longer purchasing an actual copy of your ebook file to do with as they please. They're purchasing the rights to view a copy of that file for as long as Amazon allows. That means readers purchasing Kindle books through Amazon do not own their copies of the book. Amazon can pull that book at any time if they think the author is violating terms, and the reader would lose their copy of the book unless their Kindle is in airplane mode. That being said, if you sell your ebook on Amazon for $4.99 and you choose their 70% royalty rate, you'd get about $3.19 per book sold. If you chose their 35% royalty rate, which includes wide distribution, you'd get $1.75 per book sold. Choosing your royalty rate depends on your goals as an author. I personally chose the 70% royalty rate and upload to the other networks to get wide distribution and a higher royalty overall. Spark. So Ingram offers the option to upload your ebook at the same time you upload your print files. It has the same distribution channels as for print copies, and while it's free to upload, it does cost $25 per revision after the first 60 days. So that would include both your cover file and your interior file. If you need to change both, you're paying $50. Spark royalties on ebooks are minuscule because of the wholesale discount and various fees. If an ebook is listed for $4.99, authors will only likely see about 20 to 30 cents per book sold. So it's not a great option, to be honest. Draft2Digital, which is the next one, is the primary wide distributor for ebooks. It will get your ebook into platforms like Kobo, Apple Books, Hoopla, and more. What's neat about Draft2Digital is that it will create a universal book link that shows all the ebook retailers they've distributed your book to. As for royalties, if you price your book at $4.99, you'd get around $3 of that after fees. Also, Draft2Digital is in the early stages of offering print-on-demand services, but I have not used them yet, so I can't speak on their quality or ease of use. The next one is Lulu. Lulu has 2 ebook distribution options. One is their own Lulu bookstore, which allows you to keep 90% of the sale price, and the other is their global distribution network, which has a similar royalty setup to Amazon. So for a $4.99 ebook, you would keep between $2.80 and $4.49 of that book. It's free to upload your ebook files to Lulu, but they charge a small one-time fee if you opt to use Lulu's global distribution network. Next up is BookFunnel. So BookFunnel is less of a distributor and more of a delivery platform. It's primarily used for authors to deliver ebook files or audiobook files when selling direct through their own websites. And we'll talk more about direct sales in the next episode. There are various pricing tiers to use BookFunnel, with the cheapest being $20 a year. BookFunnel does not charge fees to upload, it doesn't keep any portion of your sale price, and it solely exists as a simple way to deliver ebook files to any e-reader, and they mean any e-reader. That being said, you're going to be paying a payment processing fee out of any sale you make where BookFunnel delivers the files. So if you sell your ebook for $4.99 on your website and BookFunnel delivers it, you keep the price minus the typical payment processor fee of 2.9% plus 30 cents. So you'd keep about $4.55 of that list price, which, don't get me wrong, it's still better than royalties through Amazon, Ingram, or Lulu, but my eye always twitches when I have to pay payment processor fees. Additionally, I actually prefer BookFunnel for my universal book links because you can import the links from Draft2Digital and add your own. So my UBLs with BookFunnel include way more purchase options than the Draft2Digital UBL. So as you've seen over the course of this episode, every platform will charge a fee of some kind. Your actual income is never the list price of the book. Like I just said, even books sold with BookFunnel as the delivery mechanism will still have a processing fee taken out by Stripe, PayPal, or Square. And that is where Curios steps up to the plate and shines. They are free to use. They give authors 100% of the list price, and they are able to do this because they have a premium subscription model for authors who sell more than 10 books a month, and they charge a small fee to the customer to cover taxes, delivery, VAT, etc. The customer-facing fee is between 50 cents to $5 depending on the size or quantity of files being purchased. So if you list your book for $4.99, you keep all $4.99 of that. The customer would pay something like $5.49. It's really easy to upload files to Curios, and it's not limited to ebook files. You can sell or deliver any digital file, be it an ebook, audiobook, a full series bundle, character art, bonus scenes, etc. And you can even list things for free. And the other nice thing about Curios is they give you the contact information for every purchaser. That's something no other platform will do because of the value of a customer. Amazon knows that if an author gets the contact information for buyers, the authors will go directly to those buyers for the next book. They won't go through Amazon. So Amazon prevents you from knowing who bought your book, while Curios freely gives that information to you. For an in-depth look at Curios, listen to the interview with Greg Keogh from a few weeks ago on episode 186. And if you want to sign up for Curios and start selling your books and keeping 100% of the profits, there is an affiliate link in the description. If you do sign up, we will both make money from the Curios Creator Fund. So like with print options, I think it's wise to have your ebook listed on all of the platforms we talked about here, where it makes sense. Overlapping global distribution networks probably doesn't do you much good, but knowing there are options out there is great. For me, I list on Amazon for the widest reach of ebook readers via Kindle, Ingram for the global distribution to Barnes & Noble and other major retailers, Draft2Digital for wide distribution to ebook retailers that Ingram doesn't hit, BookFunnel to deliver ebook sales directly from my website, and Curios for the fact that I keep 100% of those sales. So choosing your platforms, again, has to do with your goals. It's not a matter of choosing between Amazon and Draft2Digital. It's a matter of understanding what each of those platforms does and how you want to go about marketing your book. Do you want to drive readers to purchase from Amazon? You can. Plenty do. Do you want to sell directly to your readers? You can. Plenty do. And that's going to be the topic of next week's episode, selling direct versus selling indirect and how each platform works. So that is it for today's episode. Thanks for joining me, and remember, the first draft is supposed to be garbage. The Novel Writing Podcast is a production of Colleen Mitchell Writes. For more writing resources, including Curios, Tally Inc. author services, and the 60-day novel writing challenge, check out the links in the description.